Good evening, everybody. I hope the new year is finding you well. So tonight I have to start tackling a job that I have put off for a long time. I've been putting a lot of thought into it. It was my really good screw up. It was the first one on the frame, but I haven't corrected it yet. So I've had two pretty good fudges on this thing. I made a tie beam about 1.5 inches too long. The worst part is, because I did not double check myself the way that I knew I should have, now it's twice this has happened, actually 3 times, 3 good mistakes. They've been minor mistakes, but they add up to major repairs because I did not take the time that I needed to make sure I was accurate. And here I am, I preach accuracy on this all the time, and I go and screw up. So what we have, I've got a tie beam that's about 1.5 inches too long. I've got to drive the pegs out. I've got to glue dowels in where the peg holes are inside the tenon, not in the wall post, but in the tenon. I have to drive the peg out of one of the braces, or out of the braces that goes in the bottom of the tie beam. I have to cut that tenon back 1.5 inches. I've got to cut that brace mortise in 1.5 inches. And then I got to pound it in and then level that wall post. All is not lost. I'm not going to get to all that tonight, but what I do have to do, I have to make this safe to do it. So what I need to do here, time to get the snow out of here. Hopefully I can get most of it done tonight. I have a nasty habit of letting messes pile up before I just can't work anymore in them, and then I start to clean up. Of course, this one I waited until after we got a lot of snow. Shame on me. I know that's what we're going to get every winter. And also, before we get started, I want to send a special shout out to a new subscriber, Paul Tanner. He might be in competition with Tools Consumable for friendly comments in the comments section. So I don't know if Paul has seen, I've responded to just about every comment he's put up. If he hasn't seen it, if you're watching this, Paul, thank you very much for watching, and I'm glad you're enjoying what you're seeing, and I'm glad all of you do. But also, we are coming into our first full year on YouTube. It'll be January 14th. I'm going to try to do something special for that upload that day. I haven't decided what yet. A finished project would be great, but obviously we're not going to get that. Also, the other thing, it's 20 degrees out here tonight. It feels like I'm in a tropical heat wave. It really does after all that below zero stuff. The weekend's supposed to be below zero again, but after that's supposed to warm up teens, 20s, and 30s, which that'll be great because we might be able to really start making some good headway again, get a good head of steam over the next couple weeks. That's what I'm really hoping. It's funny when you're making the videos and you're working and you have the farm, how fast time flies. You know, before I was into all this stuff, winter used to just drag on. And now it's like, whoa, where'd the days go? Where'd the weeks go? Weren't we just in November? You know what I mean? So it's kind of neat. I like to be busy like that, and it makes the work seem like it's going faster. But anyway, I'm going to get to work trying to shovel this barn out and get some stuff shuffled around. If you could see up in the corner of the screen there, you can see where there's a temporary brace. That is the wall post that we need to cut the tenon back 1.5 inches and slide everything in. So anyway, stay tuned. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you on the other side of it.
What's left to wait for here? My eyes are asleep. I miss you. Bet you're feeling all alone. That big house by the lake this evening. The days here I come to bleach. Oh honey, I need you to hold me. Let's brave the crushing waves in a boat made of roses and oak trees. little star shining down on us, wherever we may be. Little star shining down on us, wherever you and me. Well, my days here come to bleach. Oh, honey, I need you. Well, let's brave the crashing waves in a boat made of roses and old trees.
Okay, this is going to be a little hard to see probably. It's an odd light. I got the work light on that side kind of throwing off the camera exposure a little bit. But let me climb up here and I'll show you what we have to do. Alright, let's hope you can hear me okay. So, this guy right here, this is the tie beam that's 1.5 inches too long. So these pegs have to get driven out. Get out of the way here. These 3 pegs, I've got to drive these out and I've got to make some 2.5 inch long. I'll probably go like 2 3/8, a little bit under, so I'm not catching on the sides of the mortise. I've got to drive those in until they're flush inside the tenon. I've got to get a little glue inside the tenon on them. In this weather, I'm not sure how well the glue is going to set, but those holes need to be filled before I move this back and re-drill it, because otherwise I'm going to have a big void in there that, as the rafter thrust affects this joint right here over time, if I don't put dowels in there glued in, chances are that's going to tear out right there, and that could cause me some major problems down the line. But basically, I've got to unscrew the flooring off of this joist all the way down on the outside here and all the way down on the other side. I only put like, I think I put 1 in each one just to hold it in place, because I caught it when I was doing my flooring, and I noticed that my flooring edges weren't square when I was, and I got looking it over, and then I sighted down the building. Now, I guess I should have ran a string line on both sides. I ran it on the other side, assuming that I cut all my tie beams the same length. Of course, this was the second bent I put up, and I didn't have a string line on this. So the other side, the hull got string line, that's all lined up beautifully. But anyway, long story short, we got to very creatively cut this over here. We got to cut in 2.5 inches on this side of the tie beam, and then we got to cut in 5 inches on the other side, and then we have to chisel it all out. And this brace right here, I've got to drill that peg out of there, and same thing, but my dowels will go into the tie beam, not into the brace, because the brace we're going to have to re-drill and hit that same hole. Now, all in all, it's going to be a good time. This is one I've been putting off. I haven't wanted to do it because it looks like a lot of screwing around. But I'm at a point now in the project where I can't procrastinate on it anymore. I have to get it done, because if I don't get this done, I can't put my top plates on. And I want to get this next set of top plates on, because as soon as those are on, I can start putting up my queen post vents up on the second floor. And I'm really hoping those go fast, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, you can enjoy watching my menagerie unfold as I repair the menagerie. It should be a good time had by somebody. I don't know if it'll be a good time had by me, but I kind of wanted to show you folks this, so maybe you can avoid it when you do your own, because this was so easily avoided, so easily avoided. All I had to do was double check my measurements from end to end, and I would have been fine. So anyway, I hope you folks enjoyed it. This is a little bit more of an introduction to what we're going to do here, because probably the next couple videos we're going to be working on fixing this. I'm hoping it doesn't take 2 or 3 videos to do it, because that means I'm out here 2 or 3 nights dicking around with it. But once I get this done, this will be one of my last major hurdles to getting that second floor on, and boy am I looking forward to getting that second floor on. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.